Yo, what's going on, boys and girls? Let me check if this is there we go. All good? I think so. Looks pretty good. Pretty good, I think. Yeah. Perfect. What's going on, guys? Check. Here. Turn this down a little bit. Alrighty, let's see who we have in the chat. I see JPB, Mix Warp, Pinkowitch, Thomas is there. How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Eggplant, of course. Dummy Splash, yes. Mike Dublin is here. Jonathan, Abstract Music Lab. Got a special announcement with those boys. Or with that boy, I have to say, that man. Yeah, it's been a while, guys. I try to do this a lot more frequently, but you know how it goes. Life gets in the way. Well, it's not really a bad thing, honestly, but just really busy and working on a lot of stuff, including making music. Actually, been working on some stuff as well, so that's what most of my focus is going towards right now. And yeah, one of the things is with this bad boy over here. I got to my left. Did some expanding in the studio and got a little bit more into synthesis. Yeah, just really enjoying it. I mean, there's nothing really you can't do with soft synths nowadays, but there's just something about twisting knobs, you know. Alright, so for this episode, I already saw a lot of demos coming in. Sorry, I just like I'm having brain farts for some reason, because I've just been running around the entire day, doing stuff, paying artists, you know, got all the statements out, so all these artists are getting their money right now, and yeah, just like a lot of business stuff's been popping up. But yeah, that's also very exciting. We had a lot of really good demos lately as well, and a lot of amazing stuff that we signed, so we got that handled, and now I guess it's up for me or up to me to also provide some tracks for the label, get some new originals out. And yeah, like I said, there's also an announcement that we want to make today. You guys probably already know what it is. I mean, you can guess in the chat if you like. Other than that, I just want to start with a couple of demos, just do some listening sessions. It's gonna be chill. And I'd say let's just start with Eggplant. Here, Robert, whose actual name isn't Robert, by the way. I found that out earlier last week, because he is actually the first to buy the official SEKORA shirt. Maybe we should start with that, because last time I showed you guys that I made a new site. So the SEKORA site is actually up and running. And oh, I still got to add that. There needs to be an extra button for shop, but we have I think it was for oh, there we go, that's the one. So the first of thousands, exactly. And I actually bought one of those myself as a trial, of course, because I don't want to sell stuff that I don't actually like or support. So the quality is really good of this t-shirt. And yeah, probably need to change this as well. This was like the standard markup picture, but I already found a much better one. But this, I guess, it displays it quite well. But yeah, there you go. So that's the shirt, and Eggplant was actually the first to buy this, so thanks a lot for that. I hope you guys like it. If you do buy it, let me know. There's actually I still have it. I think I still have it going on. I need to check, but I still have. Yo, Matt, what was the discount code again that I gave you? I think it was like SEKORA something. We love SEKORA, was it? You can drop it in the chat if you like. So it's for the first month. There's a discount code if you want to grab it for cheaper. I think I put it up. I think I put it until December. So okay. So yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna go into the first track. Watch the chat because I'm gonna have. I'll just still call you Robert. You can drop the discount code if you remember it. You can drop it into the chat if you like. So the other people that do want to get it, you can get a little bit of a discount now. And then without further ado, we're gonna check the first track. Sick. I like this. This is probably my favorite so far for all of everything you sent. The dummy perks. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's good. I really like the song, by the way, first of all. But, there's but. I feel like there's a bit of a mismatch with the first and second drop. First drop is very long. Second drop is not so long, which is fine. But I feel like you could match them up a bit more. So either make the second one as long as the first one, or like shorten the first one so it progresses a bit faster. And then second drop with that vocal coming in, I would at least give some sort of hint in the first drop, so you get an idea that okay, there's a vocal coming soon, because right now this vocal just comes out of nowhere. So yeah, either decide to do less of the vocal in the second drop, or at least introduce it somewhere. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, it should be fine. I think maybe it's the angle. Yeah, maybe this is better. Hello? Better? Yep. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna add a limiter as well to my edit filters. Oh, I already have a limiter on there. Okay, fair enough. Cool. That means at least I cannot go in the red. At least it shouldn't. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so I would actually do that vocal, or at least have some sort of introduction in the first drop. I guess that would make it sound better. And I would love to hear this as an extended mix. So as an actual, like, how would you play this in a club? Because it is a bit more of a club track, to be fair. But yeah, like the way this track hits is good, man. You can really surprise me here. Yeah, it's good. Good track. Good track. Yeah, nothing much else to add, really. I think maybe a little bit in the ear candy department, where like some little extra riffs or some variations on the percussion, or having some sort of like fills and little things in between that could add like a clap, or like some white noise goes like tss, tss, tss in between, you know, to give it a bit more of an epic feeling, really, because the percussion is already like really good. But then instead of only using sort of static percussions that, you know, keep repeating themselves, having some like random bits in between that are unpredictable, or like at least semi unpredictable, that can like take the track to the next level, I guess. And the rest, I would probably say, yeah, look at the vocals and give it a little bit of a rest, and then, you know, go over it again, collect some feedback of other people as well, give it a final touch up, and then you're probably set for release, you know. But again, I think this is probably the best track I've heard of you guys so far. So good job. Yeah, I mean, if you like polish this up a little and get it ready for release, it might actually be something I would play out. So okay, another shameless pitch. We got the t-shirt. Whoa, we got the t-shirt. Let's go to the next one. Thomas X Phil. See what we got here.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met.
It's good that he like mentioned vocal will be replaced, because we all know it's a splice vocal.
Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me. I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high.
Nice. It's a bit of that new selected sound. I like those leads, they're good. Turn this down a bit.
I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high.
It's, you know, it's you can hear some of the inspiration, but it's I like it. You know, it has a cool sound. Let me check this again here. Yeah, Selected is like a label and promo channel. They're quite popular, and they used to do a lot of like future house, like EDX type of future house and deep house stuff, and now they're all putting out tracks that basically sound like this. So they created some sort of specialty or unique sound, but I do like the sound. So my advice for these pads in the break, they're very static right now. So either have some supporting sound like a string or a pad or something in the background that's more evolving. So if you can get like a layer that has like an LFO on there that automates the panning a little bit or automates the cutoff a little bit, so it has some movement instead of having these like very static chords. There needs to be like something needs to change a little bit. And what I would personally do, for example, is very simple. Just if you have a MIDI controller, map one of the knobs to the cutoff filter or the release or something like that that's on the synthesizer, and then just play around with that stuff. So it gives it a human touch. You know, it's like it's just like open it up a little bit, so you get like this type of. That type of stuff in the background, you know, then because you're playing with it by hand, then it just sounds more human. You give it that human feeling. And right now it's just like same sound all the time. Keeps me high. Yeah, but like the bass line is cool. The synth, I would layer the synth, maybe like add an extra layer to give it a bit more body, so it just like fills out a little bit better. But you know, overall the sound, like the songwriting is pretty on point. I think where you need to look into is a bit more of the details, like the little fills, the little ear candy stuff, some automations here and there, especially on those pad sounds in the breakdown. Maybe add some extra layers, add some extra background textures or stuff like that. Like really dive into the details. You have your song structure there. So most of the song is out there. The songwriting process is over. Now it's like time to go into the nerd stuff and then, you know, do all the little bit of extra details you can add here and there. Also, definitely also check your mix. I'd say, I know you're using this vocal as a sort of placeholder. I mean, the vocal, it does sort of fit, but I would cut it up a little bit so to at least make it your own. If you decide to keep using this vocal, because I'm pretty sure I've heard it before, and I think it's a splice vocal. But yeah, like also what Jonathan said is that the reverb that you've used on this vocal is different from the reverb that you're using on your synths or your leads, for example. And the thing is, what I like to do, so I work at Ableton, and I always use a return track as a reverb. So the reverb that I use, like every single synth or sound or whatever I use is going through the same reverb. I only have three different types of reverbs in my tracks, and the the reason that I'm using only 3 of them. So one is like a drum reverb, which is like really short. One is like a big hall reverb for, you know, bigger sounds like this. And then the third is something like backing reverb or something to fill out the sound, but it's like a specialized type of reverb. I don't really use that a lot, or sometimes I use a plate reverb as well to like fill out sounds a little bit. But the reason that I'm sending these sounds through the same reverb is that it gives it the same sound as if it is being played in the same space. Because if you think about it, what is a reverb? The reverb is just an emulation of a building or like a place where instruments are being played. So when you're sitting in your studio and you have all your acoustic panels and everything just sounds kind of dead, there's no reverb because there's no acoustics in there. Like there's no echo or flutter or anything going on. But if you go to like a big hall, like a cathedral or something that, you know, these reverbs are trying to replicate, if you dare clap your hands, you hear you hear the reverb basically. So what you're recreating is that you're imagining that all the instruments or all the sounds that you have playing in your track are actually placed inside that room. But if you have different reverbs, so you have like a very wet cathedral that is, I'd say like 100 square meters, and then you have one room that's like 50 square meters, and all these instruments that you're putting in your mix all have a different room size and a different reverb size. It sounds out of place. It sounds weird, and it sounds like it's fake, because in real life you never have that. Because if you have a band and they're playing in a certain area or a certain hall, then they all have the same reverb basically. So yeah, try to limit the amount of reverbs that you're using in your tracks. If you're using like a big hall reverb, only stick to one of them. If you're using a short reverb for your drums, try to stick to only one of them. And whether you're copy pasting the same reverb preset or that you've made to different tracks, or you're using a bus or a sense channel like I do, doesn't really matter because you sort of get the same results. But yeah, try to think about these things, that what is sort of logical in a mixing sense. And that's why it sounds out of place, because with these leads and chords and vocals, you can instantly hear that different types of reverbs are being used. So that sort of mismatches the whole mix down here. But other than that, it's a cool track. I like the sound. It's a very particular sound, so you need to be a fan of Selected, but I think there are a lot of people that like that. So yeah, just work on it, and I think you can have a good track there. Let's see, we got Birds, Pink Witch, CPB. Okay, so last one is going to be Callum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 7 more. Yeah, let me get into this one, and then I'm going to go into the announcement. Ooh, drum rolls. Venice. I'm feeling some Tim Green vibes here. Was it you that posted his new track in the Discord? I think it was. Oh no, it was Pink Witch. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tim Green's. We actually tried to sign a track of his on the label, but he has an exclusive deal with All Day I Dream. Sad times. So you gotta do it for us, Birch. You gotta bring that Tim Green sound to SEKORA. And you're welcome, Thomas. Just keep working on it, man. You'll get it. really like the drums and the groove. I'm not so sure about that lead though. Dun, 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 dun. It's a bit not really there yet. Let's put it like that. I mean, I don't really know how to say it. It's a bit too easy, I think, the melody. Like play around a bit with the timing of the notes or some different notes, or I don't know. I'm not really feeling that melody. The rest of it is great. Pads, atmosphere, drums. I think this part is too empty, to be fair. This is where you're losing my attention. So there needs to be more stuff happening around here. You could try like a counter melody or something else, like a variation. I don't know, it's hard to explain because, you know, it sounds great, but it's sort of missing something. And I think, you know, if you compare it to a Tim Green track, you just instantly hear like, okay, it's not there yet. You know, it's very close, but it's just not there yet. And I think that's more of an experience thing. What I would do, honestly, if I were close as you are right now, I would take some of those tracks that you really like and just start analyzing like all the little nuanced details that he puts in the background, because that's really what this track is lacking, is sort of the filler content. You know, the groove is great, drums are cool, there's some melodic elements that are pretty cool. I would try maybe an alternative version of the lead, try something else, maybe a counter melody as well, that, you know, you get some call response, question and answer type of thing going on. And then have something in the background like to really fill it out. Extra pads, stuff that goes from left to right, like some pan stuff, some delay stuff going on, or echoes, like all these little nuanced details that Tim puts in his tracks. I think that's what would take this song to the next level, honestly. So that's like the only feedback I can give, really, because everything else, like Mixdown, is pretty on point. So just really really dive into the detail. Put your headphones on, listen to a couple tracks, get a pen and paper out, and just really write down like what's happening. Like, oh, you got like a little riff in the background, like some random thing going on, or there's some percussive element that just hits only a couple times throughout the entire track, but it is there. And these type of filler contents, that is what makes his track so interesting, because when you really listen to it, most of it is just melodic element, some melodic like loop type of thing, and then bass line, groovy drums, some pad sounds, some chords. That's it. That's really it. So, yes, actually, to answer your question, the more organic, I'm 100% looking out for organic house. So the thing is, and I don't think it's really a secret, but we have a lot of artists on the label that make really good progressive and melodic house. So because we're already sort of set with those type of artists, I'm not really looking for another Yope. I'm not really looking for another Bound to Divide. I'm not really looking for another Blank Page or another Light Below, you know. I'm looking for artists that are a bit different than that. That's why for example, I'm a really big fan of Nick Alviso's. I was listening to one of his tracks again this today, and like his sound, when I look through the entire catalog of SEKORA, a lot of artists sound very similar, but Nick in particular actually stands out like by a lot, because his track, they have something about it, like the sounds that he makes or uses. I've never heard any other artist actually use those type of sounds or make those sounds. So even though he might not be the best streaming artist yet on the label, I do think he's one of the most unique ones. So that's what I'm really looking for more, you know, to get more, just different types of sounds, really. So yeah, if you do make this type of organic house, you can get it to that, or at least close to that Tim Green level, where it's like unique. And you know, I think we're actually we're working on a track with Jules, Bound to Divide. He made a track like that as well, which sounds really good, and we're like close to actually signing one of those type of tracks as well, because like you know, I've actually been asking for it too. So I'm always looking for new sounds. I don't really, unless it's like a really good track, of course. But the thing is, if you're going to be making like the progressive sound that basically everyone is doing right now, then you have a lot of competition. And if you make a bit more, like a little bit of a different sound, then it doesn't have to sound as amazing as a quote unquote progressive or melodic house track, because you have less competition. So the chances of getting it signed would be higher. Again, I'm not trying to encourage anyone to stray off their own path. I'm just stating it as it is, because I honestly believe that you should make the music that you like really want to make, or have, or like, you know, but then put your own twist on it, so to make it unique. I think that's the way to go, honestly. Also, for if you want to have longevity in your career. I think I talked about this in an interview I did with John Sign. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. So he had like a couple. John is a really good friend of mine, and he had I think I posted it somewhere. Did I? Did I not? Maybe I forgot. I don't know. Maybe I put it somewhere else. Production, music business. Whoops, I forgot. I don't even know where I posted this. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I can look it up, but I thought I posted it in here. So it was I can show you the video. Yeah, this was it. So let me grab that here. That's my friend John Hendrik, by the way.
That is more approachable, but that also
I think, yeah, so let me just put this one on, and then I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick.
For aspiring music producers and DJs.
I think try to do your own thing. I see a lot of upcoming producers, they want to belong to someone else's vision. And I think I've learned over the years that if you like something really bad, if it feels right, and you start putting your own twist on it. So of course you get inspiration from your favorite labels or your favorite artists or stuff like that. So you have some sort of tribe that you want to belong to, but then try to find your own vision, create your own brand. it also puts you in a better position when you start to look for labels. Instead of trying to like beg a label to get you signed, you can then create your own brand and your own network and connections. And then if then a label contacts you, you're in a much better position. So yeah, just stick to your own vision, to your own focus, to your own path, and then everything will usually sort itself. So.
Next up, we got Jan Hendrik. He is an artist and label owner of one of my favorite labels. It's called Suave. It's a young label, a very successful label. They got 5 to 10 million.
It's already over.
It's just amazing what they're doing. There will be a full video.
Cool. But yeah, that's basically the story I was aiming for. So yeah, so if you can make a bit different music, but still, you know, stick to what your own plan is, I think that would be really helpful for your own career as well, and to get stuff signed, especially with us, I guess. So yeah, yeah, let's go into the announcement. Actually, some of you guys already pointed it out. I mean, we already talked about it. So without further ado, just gonna jump into it. It's actually the remix competition. We just launched it, I believe, because Greg is actually on it. Let me grab this. So there we go. With Leo Loretti. I think Leo is still in the chat somewhere. He might actually be watching or listening. I don't know. I saw him earlier. But yeah, it's the first ever remix competition that we're hosting. Yeah, thanks a lot to Leo for putting this together. Well, for putting a lot of it together. So Leo and Greg have been working on this together, and yeah, I mean, remix competition is always something I wanted to do, especially because we have this whole band of producers over here that want to get involved. I always expected it to be one of my own tracks to be first, but we never really got to it. So I was very happy that Leo actually brought this up, that he wanted to do a remix competition of his track. His track Fight For Us. I'll actually just put it in the play in the background here. So yeah, now you have the chance to remix this track, and what I'll also do is I'll make a separate channel in Discord, in the submissions channel. I mean, you still have to upload it to Label Radar, because that's where we officially check the submissions, but I also want you guys to share it with each other, so everyone can sort of, you know, check each other's submissions. So let's actually make a new channel here, a text channel, remix competition. Yeah, great channel. There we go. Or should we call it SEKORA remix comp? There we go. Just do the details later. I'll post the link here as well. We're also going to be posting it on the socials, probably in the bio as well. Yeah, you can find it already on the Discord. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what you guys are going to be making out of it. Maybe I'll have a go at it myself. I don't know. I did see some really sweet plugins, so maybe I want to win some for myself. There's actually more plugins than I have myself, I think. So let's check out the prizes here. Leo did a great job, like contacting all these partners that we have. So we got Isotope, Gazrock, Cable Guys, True Piano, Audio Modern, of course Abstract Music Labs, that's Leo himself, Ceremony, that's Melodyne, which is essential if you're working with vocals or live instruments, in my opinion. Freshly Squeezed Samples, XL and Audio, that's for RC20. Using Yulin software, Baby Audio has a lot of really great plugins. Mixed in Key, which is a great tool for DJing as well. But they have multiple great software, plugin, etc. Mastering in the mix, I use their levels VST all the time when I'm mastering. I might actually look into getting the reference as well that they have. Now I just use, I just reference by hand basically, so I don't really use a reference plugin, but their reference plugin is apparently one of the best. So I think, I'm not sure if it's included. Well, we'll check that in a second. Sound ID reference, that's also what I use. Well, I have the microphone, so I do measure my room. I actually measured it and used the demo version of Sound ID, but here we're gonna give away the actual Sound ID, the software, so not the microphone. Unfortunately, you have to buy the microphone yourself, but the software is being included, which is it's great software basically. I'll dive into that, how it works in a later video, and actually how I used it, how I set that up. Hopefully they can also sponsor me a full license of the sound. I don't even have a license to Sound ID, and they're giving it away to you guys, so that's a big thing. Sound Theory, and of course our partners at Label Radar, making it possible for you guys to send in and download the stems. So yeah, let's check what the first place winner is going to get. There's a possible release on SEKORA. It goes for all three, but of course first prize would have the biggest chance. And the reason that I'm not guaranteeing a place on SEKORA is because I do want to manage expectations. Some cases, if there's 2 or 3 really amazing remixes, I would release all 3 of them. If they're all amazing remixes, and they fit with the label, I would release all 3 of them, but you never know. So it's an opportunity, but let's say there's like a 9, if you're the winner of this contest, there's like a 90 to 95% chance it's gonna get released. So yeah, this is possible. Is like you could put it in brackets. It's like possible, but it's almost guaranteed it's gonna come out. So yeah, then again, you get label credits, so every winner gets label credits, but the first place gets 75 opposed to 50. Then Isotope just released their new Isotope 10 mix and mastering bundle. So you have the Isotope Ozone, the 10, the standard edition, that is sort of included in all 3 winners. And then the Isotope mix and master bundle also has Ozone 10 in it, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So yeah, that will be the latest version of Isotope, which is like a €500 product, I believe. Insane. I use, like I think I showed it before, I use the Isotope limiter on basically every track that I make and master. So almost all the tracks that have been mastered on or been released on SEKORA, up until some of the most recent ones, because we have a different mastering engineer for that now. It's actually Nick is doing a lot of the mastering, but when I have the time and I still master myself, then I always use the Isotope limiter as a final limiter, because it has true peak and it's just like a very clean limiter. But yeah, it's included with the mix and master bundle. So I do hope to actually make a video about Ozone 10. So yeah, if the guys at Isotope want to sponsor that as well, because I don't even have Isotope 10. I mean, we're giving away all this free stuff to you guys. I just hope I'm going to get a copy as well, but yeah, we'll see. But if I do, then I'll definitely dive into how Isotope 10 works, or the Ozone 10. Yeah, then so Melodyne 5 assistant mastering the mix. Bass Room. So Bass Room is a plugin. I believe it's meant for getting that perfect balance between your kicks and bass, and yeah, it's a very advanced plugin. I've never used it before, but I did look into it a little bit. It looks really cool. Sound Theory, okay, the sample packs, preset packs, Baby Audio, all plugins. So this bundle is also like a €400 or €500 bundle. There's a lot of really cool like unique type of reverbs, and yeah, definitely a lot of interesting stuff. The true piano is something that I've also used a lot in the past. Like very easy to go, small plugin. Yeah, just a great piano plugin in general. Then XO and addictive keys, mixed in key, and the Captain plugins. The Captain, I think that's Captain keys for like, or Captain chords. That's a very useful tool if you want to step up your songwriting process or want to get some different insights. Then Sonarworks Cable Guys Shaper Box, and the difference with second place winner, they get a Kickstart too. And to be honest, I have both. So I have Shaper Box and I have Kickstart 2. And I honestly gotta tell you, like, Kickstart 2 is really nice. It has a lot of updated features now where you can analyze the audio coming in. It can also get triggered by audio coming in, so you can trigger it with a kick. Yeah, and it's like really easy to see where your kick sort of ends, and then you can move around where basically the side chain will sort of have the bass come back in, so you can put it exactly where you want it. So yeah, the kick and bass, they sort of melt or blend into each other, and I think the results are great. So I've been using this on the latest couple tracks I've been working on, and I don't know, it's very fast to work with, and it's just a great plugin in general. And I actually bought this bad boy and this one as well, so you guys are getting it for free if you win the contest, of course. Yeah, difference is with the second and third place is that some of the bundles will be less advanced bundles, but most of it actually has really cool stuff in there. So with the third place gets an RC20, second place gets EXO, and then first place gets addictive pianos. So yeah, you can download the stems at the bottom and you can submit your track here. So again, for the Discord, you can put your remixes in there if you just want to share it with the community. But if you actually want to be part of the contest and want to be able to win something, you have to submit it on here as well, because these are the ones that we're going to be judging. We're not going to go over all the submissions on the Discord. Yeah, so let's make that clear. Everything is going to be explained as well, I think, in the post that we're making. Yeah, I'm just in general very excited about this, so they were really cool. That's pretty much it. Yeah, 30 days to go, boys, so let's get it. Then was there something else I want to talk about? Yeah, I think I do. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. So as you guys know, as I told before, I've been working on the I've been working on a course with Production Music Live, and yeah, I also want to sort of pitch their platform in the stream here. So I know a lot of you guys are actually working or using these products that they have. I know I do. I've actually just been checking out their course with the Sub 37 because I just got one, which is very useful with Yannick Mounts, I believe. He's explaining how to make patches and how this stuff works. I've also checked the Ben Burmer course. That was also quite insightful on how he approaches his songwriting process. I think I have some of these template packs as well. Like I think I have the Niels Hofman one and the Tim Engelhardt one. So yeah, they just I mean, you guys probably already know this, but yeah, my course is gonna come out in the first week of January. So it's gonna be a whole new year, and my course is actually going to be the first course being launched on PML in the new year. We're working on some really amazing stuff in the background. I cannot say anything about this, but I can hype you up for it because it is actually really great what these guys are doing. Yeah, and also I think I said this before, but these are the guys that and girls that I wanted to work with for a long time, because I'm a big fan of what they're doing and they're very passionate about what they do. So I think the Spotify course that I'm launching with them is the perfect place for me to launch it with. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be launching it with them. And what I wanted to show you guys is the everything bundle. So the everything bundle that they have, I'm not getting any commission for this. I just wanted to talk about this myself because I really like the quality that they're putting out. But right now, this is an insane price. So if you ever want to get stuff or get multiple stuff from PML, then trust me, this price is you're never gonna get this price again. Especially for what you're getting with like everything that's included. So I just wanted to pitch this real quick and let you guys know that they have their sale. Unfortunately, my course will not be in this because my course is coming out next year. But yeah, I mean, you're just gonna have to get the course later then, I guess. All right, let's go into some demos or submissions. Who else? Yeah, Robert, I'm gonna cut you off there. I'm sorry, you already put in a track, and Callum is the last one for today. I don't want to go on too long. We just had Birch, so Pinkwitch is up next. Let me turn off this bad boy. All right, there we go. Oh, right. There's something else I wanted to show you guys. Do two things at the same time. Go to my profile. Still trying to figure out this platform a little bit. Yeah, this might not be the best. Shit, let me look that up. Just listen to the track first. There we go. I got it. I like this melody. It's good. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to share. There we go. We actually launched our page on SubmitUp. Like, we finally opened it up. So submissions are 2 credits, I believe. Yeah, 2 credits. So that's what, $2, not even $2. But the reason that we're doing this is because we have so we still have the submissions on the Discord, of course, and we have them on Hyped It. So all right, see you around Dummy Splash. I'll get to your track later. You could just rewatch the stream, I guess. I will check out your track. Go to playlist section. Talk about that in a little bit. I like that it's going minimal here, but I think it might be a bit too long. I think if you like around here, I would reintroduce that melody. Mix down is great. Sounds pretty good when I listen here. I like that melody as well. It's like something that gets stuck in your head. But I would add something extra. So even though it's like a strong melody, it's like a good hook that, you know, it's like a little earworm that gets stuck into your head. I do think having something extra in between sometimes would actually help or benefit the track. So yeah, just getting some extra ear candy in there, all that type of goodness, you know. Otherwise, a good track. So let me check this again here. Yeah, maybe like pads or something that's evolving a little bit more. Should be good now. I'll turn down a little bit. So let me get into some feedback. I like the track. It has good elements, especially that melody. Like I said, you know, it's catchy. It just needs to, you just need to fill it out a little bit more. So some more variations, some more automations. Yeah, the same stuff I basically say almost every time. Yeah, just like really dive into the details. Add some little like, you know, background details, little riffs in between, that type of stuff. I think that's what that's what takes this track to the next level. The thing is, a lot with these minimal type tracks is that a lot of the essential sounds are, you know, pretty basic, but it makes the song interesting because everything sort of feels like it keeps evolving over time. Because of automations, because of pad sounds in the background opening up and closing down, extra sounds being added. Because I feel like this entire section, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no new sounds being introduced at all. And if you look at any type of producer with this, is like these top producers in these type of sounds, like every section has something, almost has something new being introduced. And it's either they introduce something new and they take something away, and then they add it again, they take it away. It's like these little things that you need to have in these type of tracks to sort of reset the listener so they don't get bored. And right now, like, I can listen to this, especially in the background, it's fine. But I think a general listener would get bored quite quickly. So that's something that you need to think about. And the perfect test is to play like this full track, to play it to one of your friends and just watch their face, like one of your non-producer friends, right? Just play it to them on a good system and just watch their face and just look at which parts in the track they get bored, and then you have your answer. Basically, I think this part here is something where they'd be like, okay, something else going on, come on, bring in something new. That's why you're just waiting, like anticipating for something new to happen, and then it doesn't happen. So that's when you sort of get, where you lose attention. So yeah, keep that in mind. Try to at least change every 30 seconds, have something else coming in or going out or fading in, fading out. I think that will keep your songs interesting. Cool. Next up. Yeah, so this is what I shortly want to talk about. Show it real quickly. Is the Submit Hub page that we launched. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I've taken down the Ko-Fi page. I used to do submissions through Ko-Fi, which I actually checked myself. They were paid submissions, or well, like donations, I would say. You can still donate through Ko-Fi if you want to support the label or the stream or stuff like that. That's always welcome, because I actually use that money to upgrade the stream and invest it back into SEKORA and to the community and platform. But I just don't have time myself to check submissions anymore. I got too many, and I really need to focus on other stuff. I do personally still check what's happening in the Discord, but I don't always check it very fast. So sometimes when sometimes when I'm bored or everything, I do go to the submission on Spotify. But if you want your tracks to be listened to by our team, like 100%, and get feedback, so we have myself, Joppe, so who made the remix, he's part of the team now, and also Kevin, who's also a good friend, he's also part of the SEKORA team. They actually check the submissions, or us three check submissions on either Submit Hub or on Playlist Push. So I'm not sure if you ever heard of Playlist Push, but they're like a website. They do sort of automated playlist pitching website. You just probably just have to have a look. They do ask like $300 or $400, but I've heard from people that they had some success, and actually the submissions that I get a lot of them are also high profile artists that send in submissions through these websites. So apparently it does work. But yeah, I also talk about this in the course. I go more in depth about this in the course, but I just wanted to show you guys. And if you use the link through the website, you get a discount as well. So yeah, that's just a little bonus. All right, that's what I wanted to say about the playlist creation. So if you want us to 100% listen to your track, if it's out somewhere on Spotify, then you have to go through one of those three. But like Submit Hub or Playlist Push is like guaranteed, and probably Submit Hub is probably the best. I mean, it only costs like $2, but just wanted to let you know. So what else? 5 more. Oh man, I have to rush through these. All right, JPB. I'll just play the tracks and give my short feedback afterwards. Sorry. No, it's good. Soundproof volume is up. You want more volume? I'll give it to you. There you go. I think it sounds great, first of all. Yeah, it's funny. The organic volume 2 is actually great. I got it as well lately. I actually been using it. Yeah, I like the track. Let me just play it again, just as a background here. I do think it could be longer though, because I feel like it's a track you need to get into a little bit, like it's a mesmerizing type of track. I feel like the second drop is too short, and it sort of ends like very abruptly. So this could definitely go on for another 30 seconds, like, so you get more into it, and also have some sort of counter melody like on top, especially in that second drop. Yeah, something going on, you know, something on top of that. It's like, or like some pad going on. The guy's like, something in the background, you know, to give some more movement, some more excitement as well. Add some little riffs or some extra percussion like on the sides, you know. I feel like you have the melodic elements already going on there, but it just lacks a lot of details. It lacks a little bit of excitement, and it just needs a bit more epicness in there. So I think if you look into Kontakt libraries with like film scoring sounds and add like some like little pads here and there, or just to make it a bit more epic, you know, and also in the breakdown have some drums or some percussion going on. That can take your song to the next level. Because honestly, like mix-wise and sound-wise, what's in there already sounds great. So that's basically my feedback for this track. Yeah, but it's a cool track, man. I just think it needs a bit more details to work on, basically. Let's go to the next one, Dummy Splash. You're welcome, dude. But yeah, like I said, it's a good track, so just keep working on it, man. Like really dive into the details, because I think you need to start somewhere, and this is a perfect song to do that with. Because yeah, it is like something that, even though it is the last couple percent that your track could use, it's still very essential if you wanna go pro. let me take, because I really most of the time don't really have to give feedback on Dummy Splash's tracks. I can only share what I think of the track, which I'll do after the playthrough. But what I wanted to give an example that he uses in this track. Listen to this melody. So they are like, and then in the background, this is what I really like. It's really cool. And it's like, like in a completely different sound. So let me play that again. And it has like the way he places it. It's just it's really good. And this is exactly the the thing I was talking about. Is like this question and answer call, like tension release, you know. Good that you mentioned it, Mike. I actually do have a strong recommendation for getting a sort of tape delay plugin, especially now that we got waves. Now that Black Friday stuff is coming up. Let me actually check where it is. Anything you can put it on drums, on pads, on leads, on. I wouldn't necessarily do it on bass lines, but you can if you want. And it just adds randomness and like a sort of. It also takes away the highs a little bit. So what happens a lot is that with these type of tracks, or like what Dummy Splash has, is it sounds sort of. The high end sound sort of filtered off a little bit because that's what, you know, these old tape machines, they had this unique type of sound where, you know, the highs would be a little bit muffled, or you wouldn't hear them, or they get filtered off a little bit. And that's basically what stuff like this sort of emulates, like this. So I had a perfect example was with the motorcycle track released. The drums that were in there, they were like too clean and they had too much highs, and I wanted it to be a bit more analog feeling. So I took the drum group, like the bus without the kick, or maybe even with the kick, I'm not sure. I think I took the entire drum bus and slapped the Kramer tape on it and added some whoa and flutter and also a little bit of noise and a little bit of sort of so it gives a bit more of an analog feeling to it, and it drastically improved the way that the drums were sounding, because they weren't sounding as quote unquote, like, you know, too clean. They were a bit like had a bit of rough edges in there. So yeah, definitely helped. And that's also something that you can hear in Dummy Splash productions a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, especially now that you can get it for quite cheap. Yeah, so like the only feedback, I like the track. It's personally is not my favorite what I've heard, but it's, you know, it's a quality track. I would, this part or just the track in general, I would love to hear a bit more of like little takeaways. So also moments where the beat cuts out a little bit and it has a little bit of a riff or some pad that just, you know, is unique for certain sections, instead of having everything sort of repeat itself over and over. Like, it is an addictive groove, an addictive beat that you can listen to for hours, especially in the background. But I think it would be nice if you can have some sort of takeaways in there. And that's the type of stuff that you can hear in Bonobo's tracks a lot. There's a lot of takeaways in between. Takes out the beat, something else happens, like a little riff comes in or a pad or some epic sound. It doesn't have to be over the top, but just something that sort of takes away your attention, like, oh, where's this going? And then it comes back to the original beat. So that's what I'm missing a little bit. And I do feel like the break here, I'm not so sure if it fits the track. I think having a bit more related sounds that you have going on around here, also keeping them going in the break would be nice. But yeah, these are just minor details, I'd say. Overall, it's a great track. So nice job. And we'll probably have another track of yours in the next feedback session. So next up is Siguma. Do I pronounce that correctly? I'm keeping this tab open because I'm actually going to sign up for the free plugin. Alright, let's go. Some uplifting stuff, yo. Oh, great beat. Just tend to go to the Craven tape a lot. It's interesting how they give it away for free for such a long time and then charge $100 for it. I feel like everyone has it already now. I'm not quite sure how to judge this song, because when I hear this, I feel like there's some epic trance drop coming in, and then it's actually breakbeat, which I have, like, you know, it's not really my specialty. But it does sound like, you know, it sounds pretty clean. so sure about that drum loop. So I'm a bit confused because it has like hi-hats, like trance hi-hats or house hi-hats, and then it's like a breakbeat type of track. I feel like you need to make a decision. It's either gonna go house track or breakbeat track. I'm not sure if the hybrid thing, if it works. I also feel like the hi-hats are quite loud. Maybe like turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I do like especially the intro. Or no, what was it? Like these old school type sounds, that is something that is coming back. So, you know, if you can work with that a bit more, or like elaborate on that, I think you have something interesting going on. Other than that, I do think, like I said, like make a choice, either going house or breakbeat, and then also try to look into your mix down a little bit, 'cause some elements are way too loud or might benefit on being EQ'd somewhere, or yeah, just putting in a mix, like mixed better together. I think that would benefit you a lot. So yeah, let's go into the next one. It's mindset. Is he actually in the chat as well? Yeah, thanks for sending that in, Siguma. He had some interesting sounds in there. It just needs a bit more work, I think. Ah, there he is. Bassline is nice. I like that sound. What's that, Diva? I guess. Nice. Vocals are nice as well. The only thing I would say about the vocals, it might be a bit too crowded. I think it would benefit a bit more if you would take some of the stabs out of it, so it has a little bit less, and then just fill the gaps with delays or reverbs. So, like, you know, let them play out a little bit longer. You don't have to like stack, like have full loops, if that makes any sense. You don't have to like jam in every beat. Doesn't have to have stuff going on. Sometimes actually nice to have a little bit of a silence in between. It feels really busy right now.
Take a round.
Yeah, that's right, that one. Sometimes silence is what you need. That new sound that just came in, I'm not so sure about that. And I would also take that, like that R, like tune to tune tune tune, have some automation on there as well. You know, like spread it out a little bit, do some filters, or just something else that, you know, that makes it evolve a little bit, so it's not so static over time. We need your full attention. Mr. Business over here. Yeah, so like the melody, it does get like, you know, it sticks in your head. I just think it needs to evolve a little bit over time. So, you know, having it filtered, some automations here and there, some effects to make it more interesting. And yeah, I would create some more space within certain elements, because a lot of the time, especially during this part and maybe here as well, there's like too much going on, and it's just, I don't know, it sort of makes it a bit uncomfortable to listen to. I don't mean in a very, like, in a bad way, but it's just like it's like it's too much. It's like, whoa, okay, you know, one element at a time, please. So yeah, creating some space, some silence in between, just taking it easy, taking a step back, you know, I think that would actually benefit your track a lot more. And that new melody that comes in, that sound, I'm not sure if that sound is the right choice, so maybe have a look at that again. Yeah, like vocal in between here is good. You could have a little bit of a rest here before the vocal comes in, and then use some delays or effects to transition from that drop into your break, and then have like a, you know, 8 to 15 second rest before the vocal actually comes. So yeah, just create a bit more just ease and yeah, space and stuff like that to ease out the track a little, so it doesn't feel too rushed over time. I think that's probably the best feedback I can give you, but you probably already came to that conclusion yourself, I feel like. Okay, so I think we have one more. Yeah, there we go. Before we play this one, actually, I'm not sure if I said this before, but I believe Callum is the first artist of the stream, like of the demo submissions, that actually signed with SEKORA. I think. I mean, of course, we've heard Evan before, Modera, and then they made the remix of Scent of Wood, but that wasn't really a submission for the stream. And I think Callum was the first actual track submission that we eventually signed, which was this track. The first time I heard this, it was just like, yes, great track, and there was like almost nothing to add. We did have to go back and forth a little bit on feedback, but it was already so close to being finished. And yeah, I just really like this tune, so I wanted to play this before I go into his new demo. Of course, it's at the top, baby. Let's go. Doing quite well in streams. It's always good to see that I'm outperforming other labels. But I have a lot of love for Nora Pure. I love what she's doing. I actually. I saw her at AE as well. It's been a couple of years since I actually talked to her. So that was nice. Check this out, yo. We sure do. Sweet track. Let's go into the demo, or well, demo. Nice, good sounds. Already liking this, so it might actually become a follow-up. We'll see. Oh, sick! I like that. Yeah. Ah, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. So guys, take an example, please. This is exactly what I mean when you have little riffs or ear candies. Even though there's not a lot going on with this break, it's like these little bells and whistles that are sort of it feels like there's like two different types of sounds that are dancing with each other. You know, it's like a play that they're doing together. They're moving together. So that's the type of stuff that I try to really keep hammering on, and I'm very happy that Callum gets it, because those are the type of things that make your song stand out. And even though maybe like a regular listener or whatever wouldn't really, like, you know, they wouldn't really notice it per se, they'd be like, oh, listen to that little sound over here, but they unconsciously feel it. And that's the sort of the feeling that these, you know, that you want to bring across with your music. And almost every like really good melodic house track or track within this type of genre has these little bells and whistles going on. Here, just listen like this background sound here. You know, very simple, but that just really takes your track to a whole new level. I think I saw someone posting. Yeah, Cedric, you're probably watching the stream, but Callum is going to be the last for today because we have to close down the stream. We're already going for almost 2 hours. I always go over time. But I'm happy because there was a lot of great demos today. And it's really like, I know I haven't been on the stream as regular as I wanted. But yeah, we're back, and there's a lot of exciting stuff going on, especially really looking forward to the remixes. And yeah, and it's also really nice to see that everyone is improving so much. So yeah, thanks a lot for sending me your tunes, and great job on working all that good music. Let me actually just play the break again so I can actually really listen to it. Okay, so here I would take one of the vocal parts you had earlier and maybe also add like a little bit of it as well. Send it in as a demo. I'm not sure if you're actually 100% finished on it yet, but yeah, I hope you send it to us in as a demo. I want Greg to listen to this as well. And yeah, let's work on it. So if you want, of course, we'd love to work with you on this, and then hopefully sign it again. Get that second track from SEKORA. I mean, apparently this is on the stream is where it happens, I guess. Yeah, really great stuff. I also think it's a good track to finish the stream with. Yes, well, look forward to it. Just let me know if you're gonna send it in. Send me a message. I'm not sure. I think I wanted to mention something else as well. I'll just put something in the background. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we could just probably end on a note with the remix competition. So let me just mention it once more. Yeah, it's 1 month left. We also, by the way, have something really cool coming out soon with Leo. Can we do a preview? I'm not sure. Is Leo still here? Let me wait for Leo. If he responds, we might give a preview, or we might not, because it's coming out next week, I believe. Was it? Or this? No, this week. 12. Yeah. I have to check the agenda. I think this is coming this week. Yeah. Yeah. So new track with Leo coming soon. But yeah, you can get your hands on the remix here. You can download the stems, and I'm really looking forward to all the submissions. Again, if you want to submit your track, use Label Radar, where you can submit your track officially. If you also want to share it with the community, you can share it in the remix competition channel. And I'll also be listening and judging all tracks myself, as well as with the team. So Greg will be on it as well, and Leo, of course. And then together we're going to decide on who has the best tracks. And yeah, you have a good chance on getting on the label, but also on this page, the link is in the Discord. You can have a look at, actually I'll just drop it in the chat as well. You can have a look on what you can win, actually. So there we go. Yeah, that's it for this stream, guys. Thank you all for sending in your amazing demos. I really love the progress that everyone is making. It definitely inspires me to create more music as well. I already have my my Moog sub 37 manual over here to browse through all the stuff that has I pretty much already figured most of it out, because it's pretty straightforward, but some of the more complex features like the sequencer and all that good stuff, I still need to dive into a little bit more. But yeah, it's a fun tool, and yeah, I'll be making music the upcoming days as well. So I do really hope to have something new next month. Maybe we'll see. Actually working on some collabs as well, but yeah, we'll see when everything is coming out. I'm working on as much music as possible to at least release next year, so we have a fresh start. And yeah, looking forward to also the amazing SEKORA tracks that are coming out. Yes, definitely, Leo. I still got it. Actually, let me grab it. I have it here. have it sitting on my on my desk in the back. I mean, I already removed it from my production desk because yeah, now I have the Sub 37, so I don't really need this Behringer anymore. But yeah, the deal was, and I didn't forget, that if Leo gets 1 million streams on one of his tracks, then I send him this bad boy over here, so he can make even better music. It's a really good synth, by the way. It's the Behringer Model D, like it's like the fake, the Book they call it. It's my first analog synth. Maybe like for, how do I say it, memories, I would keep this one and just buy you a new one, or maybe something else, we'll see. But yeah, it is a nice synth, just like a fun little thing to play with. Let's see what else. Yeah. Yeah, we don't repeat. Yeah, if you want to help out, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has Spotify, right? Just before you go to sleep, put one of the playlists on repeat and just turn off the music. That helps a lot. I mean, I don't do that, you know, I don't stream my own music. Sometimes, maybe. But that actually does help. If you have like one of these playlists or something playing in the background. Even if you're working or whatever. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, let's get Leo to 1 million streams. He's already at 130,000, I believe. So just to be clear, you need to have 1 million streams on one track, so not combined tracks. Because you have 2 releases with us now, and then the third one is coming this week, I believe. But yeah, this one is doing pretty well. I think it's going like 3,000 a day, maybe even more. There's a good chance, man. It's a good chance. You should also, by the way, apply for a This Is Leo Laretti playlist. If you guys want to know how to do that, there's a contact form. It's the last tip, then I gotta go. Artist.spotify.com. It's also part of the course, of course. I talk about all that good stuff. All the Spotify tips and tricks. So if you go to the question mark, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but you can also go to contact us. So on this page, so artist.spotify.com/contact. There you have some questions, blah blah blah, and if you do go to message us, and here you can just say I want to talk to employee or something like that, and then eventually they actually put you in touch with someone at Spotify, at the artist team, and then you can just ask them I would like to request my This Is artist name, so I would like to request my This Is Leo Laretti Spotify playlist, and then they would forward your request to the artist team, and if you have enough tracks, which I think you do, then they will make a playlist for you. So let me show you how that looks, because I actually did it a little while ago. So this is what it would look like. So you get your This Is playlist, and this is all algorithmic based, basically. So mine got online like 2 weeks ago, I believe, or a week ago, so it doesn't really have any follows now. But yeah, it is something that I'm actually working on. So there you go. Yeah, it's a nice little thing. You can put that on your artist pick as well if you want. It just looks legit, you know, when you have something like that. And I think you definitely have enough, because I know also Joop has it, I believe. I think he did it as well. Yeah, see, there you go. So this is Joop. Damn, this dude has 45 songs. Production machine, dude. Just happy that his SEKORA releases are performing the best. He's probably gonna hit 1 million streams in like a couple months. That's cool. If only he made a deal with me to get a free synthesizer. He didn't. Doesn't have the same deal as you do, Leo, so no synth for him. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks a lot for watching. That's almost exactly 2 hours of stream. Yeah, hopefully next week again. We'll see. I do want to do a bit more production stuff. So once I have more of this sub under control here, and I'm also looking a bit more into Diva, maybe, you know, creating some of my own presets. I actually am looking at making a preset pack or something like that. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, maybe next week I'm also gonna get in touch with some of these software companies like Isotope. Maybe they actually do want to have me, like, you know, talk about their software, the new Ozone 10, for example. I've heard some really good things about it, but yeah, I don't have it yet, so I would like to dive a bit into it. I guess do some mastering videos or some more production videos, maybe some songwriting as well. If that's something that you guys want to see, we could do like just, you know, in the studio session where I would just, you know, shut up, not really talk, and just make music, and you can just watch me make music, I guess. If that's something that you're interested in, I don't know, just let me know. We can chat a bit further on the Discord. I'm not gonna jump to the voice channel, but I do know that Modera's always there. Some of the other guys are gonna be there as well. So if you do want to have a chat with the SEKORA fam, I definitely recommend dropping into the Discord channel. You know, Evan of Modera is always a fun guy to chat with. Lots of interesting stories, always good times. So I'm going to close off the stream for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you want to continue the chat, definitely check out the Discord, and then go to the voice channel, to the lounge, and go say hi to the guys and have a chat about music and whatnot. I'm gonna chill out for a bit because I have to go to bed soon. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck with the remix competition. Looking forward to those tracks. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks for tuning in. See you later. Bye bye.